I'm going to be playing Kaiserredux because apparently it's possible to form the Roman Empire as Malta, and I've just got to try that out. I do have an absolutely massive focus tree as the island of Malta, so that's how you know it's just going to be an absolutely amazing run. I'm pretty sure what we want is down here, which is Italian socialism, because it has the funny Mussolini picture, so I assume that's what we want to form Rome. The small, shining jewel of the Mediterranean. That is so many words, and I'm pretty sure some of them are Latin. I think that's Latin. I'm not sure why the focus to strike the Grand Harbor has a cat PNG on it, but I guess I'll just go with it because I really want a dockyard. Seriously? I'm getting a factory from German tourism? Why would anybody possibly want to... Okay, it actually does look pretty nice. Carry on. So apparently because of the German economic collapse over Black Monday, I'm able to just get my independence for free, which is fair because I'm sure Germany has bigger things to worry about. And now that we have our independence, all we have to do is quickly force through an election where the radical socialists seize power, and then quickly put down a coup by simply saying "nuh-uh." Then through the power of God and socialism, we can create an earthly paradise for all of the Maltese workers. Now that we've secured power and a good standard of living for our people, we're going to simply cancel all future elections because we're clearly the best party. We're also going to engage in, piracy, apparently, and raid coast for permanent bonuses, manpower, as well as some of these just apparently giving permanent resources, so this seems extremely overpowered. It's only 39, and I'm pretty sure I'm ready for my first fight, which is going to be against the fellow island nation of Sardinia. The two brave Maltese Marines were ready for a fight, but there's not a single Sardinian to be seen, so I guess it's free real estate. Well, there's no time like the present, and I don't want to waste any more time, so let's just go for two Sicilies. Luckily for our first naval engagement, it's just a few boats, and we have the entire combined might of the Maltese and the Sardinian fleet, so we should be alright. That was pretty good for a first naval engagement, but let's try to get a second one. Alright, second naval engagement is looking good, and we've killed enough ships to get naval supremacy. And of course the AI has left Sicily entirely ungarrisoned, so I land easily. Then I'll just land directly behind the front line a couple of times and destroy 80% of their army. Now that they don't have enough divisions to garrison, I'll just land on their capital now and completely overrun them. And with that, the two Sicilies is gone. And the Papal States too, I guess. We're looking pretty good already, but we're far from finished. I think I'm ready to join World War II now because it'd be a bit unfortunate if Germany died and I had to fight a super international faction. I'm just going to be using the same age-old strat of just dropping paratroopers behind their front line and encircling them in mass. And then we're just going to push them up the peninsula a little bit so that we can do the exact same thing onto Genoa. And then because we're on a bit of a time crunch, we're just going to drop everywhere in France and blow up some infrastructure and then mass charge by pressing the green arrow. Don't worry, Germany, I'm coming. I'll save you. Hang in there, buddy. It seems like the AI has forgotten to put out its navy again, so I'm just going to drop in on Dover. Soon the Maltese pirates will have claimed another island for themselves. I actually ended up with a significant amount of war scores, so I might actually be able to get a lot from this peace deal. I actually managed to steal all of Britain and France, which is huge. And with that, we can get Mussolini and his silly outfit in charge of the government and finally finish unifying Italy, which I'm sure is going to be super difficult now that we've taken down one of the largest factions in this mod. Wow, who could have seen that coming? Anyways, we can finally form Italy, or at least the Italian Revolutionary Republic, but that's more of a mouthful. A new Roma, all hail Mussolini and the revolutionary people's state of Rome, which is even more of a mouthful than the Italian Socialist Republic. And naturally we're going to go with a red and white flag because of our Maltese nationalism. Not a bad flag. I'd also like to point out that I'm up to 33 national spirits now, which will probably help when I invade the entirety of Europe. We're also going to bring back a classic and do a bit of a time lapse just because this is probably going to take a while. Yeah, so Russia has very quickly become the final boss of this campaign. Like, just look at that faction. That is enormous. So let's do this. Oh, we've got a lag spike. I think they capitulated. This is... Oh, something's happening. Is something happening? Yeah, we're good. We did it. All right, that's so much land. 403 states worth to be exact. And now we are an absolutely massive empire, and I forgot Bulgaria, didn't I? Yep, that's awkward. Anyways, as I was saying, we are now a massive empire with the original borders of Rome, and my name is squished into Algeria for some reason, because why wouldn't it be? That's such great name placement. Thank you, game. Well, I think that's the end of the content, so that's the Revolutionary People State of Rome. There you go. Oh no, the American Civil War is over in the giant wakes. What am I gonna do?